Okay, welcome back. And for all of you who are interested in the simple fact that we are being, have been, and will continue to be visited, if not colonized, by friends from elsewhere. And unfortunately, too many circumstances, I'm beginning to think now that the friends who have made acquaintances with some of the world-leading power brokers on this planet are not our friends at all. I think there's some real darkness out there. And time will tell. I don't think you have to wait much longer, though. When you see so many dying all the time, you figured it out. But one of the main, I think, let's call it a legend in ufology, is the famous or infamous Billy Meier UFO contact. And the cult that has gathered around Billy Meier, I think he's the one-armed Swiss farmer, or used to be a farmer, over the years. And these people believe very fervently that all of these pictures and all of the things that Meier says and has written are gospel, God's truth. And if anything is known about reverse speech, it is that it has made it quite clear that the subconscious mind cannot lie. And when you play forward speech backwards, you will hear the truth, because the subconscious mind is speaking to anyone around you at the same time you're speaking to them in forward speech, but in reverse. And yes, your mind can hear in reverse just fine. And David discovered this nearly 40 years ago, and it has never been wrong. I can't think of one example where it hadn't been wrong. And I think if you've listened to the programs, you'll understand what I'm talking about. And I hope many of you are long-time listeners, because this is going to be a knockout, I think. Billy Meier has been criticized. He has, we'll call him a public relations agent over here in the U.S., Michael Horn, who's been on this program once many, many years ago. And he's very driven to push the Meier legend wherever he can and whenever he can. It's always been kind of a strange thing to see. He's really in it. So we'll find out more about Michael Horn as well. David has spent a great deal of time reversing Meier and has found out some things that, frankly, I don't know, because I'm going to be hearing them for the first time with you, but the couple that David has shared with me match up with my own suspicions about the whole Meier story. I've never felt comfortable with it, and I think we're about to hear, as far as reverse speech goes, I don't know what better means of analysis you could come up with in reverse speech, that it is, I'm going to stop there. I'm not going to, no spoilers. So, David, all right, what got you in, I'm fine, thank you. What got you interested in the Billy Meier story?
A few days ago, I saw a post come up on Facebook that Billy Meier was claiming he was the reincarnation of Jesus Christ. And I thought, oh, really? Okay. And I already had
humble fellow, isn't he? Yes.
Yeah, I know. He really is. Nice chap. So I already had a couple of reversals on him already that weren't very good. And I thought, well, let's look into this a little bit deeper. So it was just a casual post on Facebook. I was looking around for Roswell stuff, actually, to do for the show this week. And then this Billy Meier thing came up, and I Googled him and found an hour speech and said, yeah, let's go and reverse it.
You've known about Meier for years.
Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, sure.
Everyone has. Everybody in the field of ufology, whether they're an investigator or just a reader, they know.
Sure. Well, he's the original. He describes himself as the leader of the New Age,
Right.
Well, that's how he describes himself anyway. So I started reversing him, and as I always do, and I found a lot of reversals. That's why I asked for a 2-hour show. I've got so many reversals here, even 2 hours won't cover them all. He was full of reversals, all really clear. I've probably got about 50 altogether now. They all passed my scrutiny of Jeff Toft, my right-hand man. He only queried about a half a dozen of them. So, there's no doubt when you hear these reversals what they mean. There's no sort of cryptic language or weird metaphors we have to unravel. It's pretty well straightforward. So let's begin with one reversal I already had on Billy Meier, which I found many years ago. And so here's the one I already had.
Where do they come from, Mr. Meier?
They shall be coming from the star picture of the Pleiades.
Okay, so they're coming from the star system of the Pleiades. Backwards he says, I help the bullshit prosper.
That's funny. That's funny.
Okay,
now, for you newcomers out there, the reversal doesn't always have to be precise. You heard proper. You went a little long on that, but that's just the subconscious mind at work.
That's right. So that's the one I had. I helped the bullshit prosper. Then I started on an hour interview he did, probably about 20 years ago. And this is the very first reversal I found. So this is right after I saw this quote where he was reincarnated as Jesus Christ, got up this tape, and this was the first one I found.
And if the whole study is fulfilled there in the other side, then the spirit form returns to the earth into a new human body.
So he's talking about reincarnation. He talks a lot of spiritual wisdom. And, wisdom I use, spiritual information. Yeah. But backwards he says, I tell you bullshit.
Oh my.
There we go.
It could not be any more clear. And for those of you who don't understand the little sing-songy sing-song notion of how these reversals are played out, has nothing to do with the syllables. You're hearing intonation changes. The syllables are all there. If they're not there, then somebody says something.
Yeah. Reverse speech has this very melodic sing-song tone to it. And it takes newcomers a little while to get used to the tonality. But that's sort of like the unique reverse speech accent, if I could use that word. Okay, so there we have the first one. So here's the second reversal I found.
Of the normal time, maybe they will be in the other side for 10 years or 30 years or 70 years, and not 150 and 2, and then they have to return.
They talk about this process of souls reincarnating. They have to be in the other side for so many years. Backwards, okay, I documented this as I now con. Jeff says it's I know con. No, sorry, other way around. I documented as I know con. Jeff wonders whether it says I now con. Anyway, but here we go. Is it I now con? Could be no or now. Huh?
Now.
Okay. Well, that speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Sure.
That's the same as I know bullshit. Let me jump now to, I'm going to jump to a video. He's talking about, okay, so we've got a couple of investigative reporters, some checking out his claims of the ships that he photographed, okay? So this is his infamous photos.
Just now, the trees are growing up in the last months. They are about 1.5 or 2 meter higher than at the time when I took this picture. Then where did it move?
First ship, fake good.
First ship, sit good. First ship, sit good. First ship, sit good.
That doesn't sound too good either, does it?
Boy, that is clear. You can nail those syllables really easily. They are there. No doubt.
First ship.
It's not, reverse speech it's not one of those things where, it kind of sounds like, well, maybe, could be. No, you got syllables. And if they're not there, then they're pointed out and removed.
Yeah.
The words don't count.
So let's play that again. First ship, comma, fake, good.
First ship, sit good. First ship, sit good. First ship, sit good.
Okay, so he's basically saying the first ship that you saw was a fake, and I did a pretty good job at it.
I think there's an S David, I think there's an S after ship. I think he says first ships, fake good.
Okay. Let's play it again.
Sure. Then where did it move? First ships it would.
Oh, yeah.
First ships it would.
Yes, there is an S there, very faint S. Yes, you're quite right. Okay, well, there you go. I mean, I don't need to explain what that reversal means either, do I? That's pretty straightforward. Couldn't
be more so. No.
Explain that. And then he says this.
That's here in Switzerland. That's near Bereswil, between here and Wetzikon.
Oh, he's showing some pictures to some reporters, and he says, "You sell my crazy shit."
Okay,
so
that's funny.
I know it is.
What can we say? Go ahead, David. Go.
Oh no, I was just going to say keep the money thing in mind because it comes up again. That's all I was going to say. You sell my crazy shit. Anyway, keep on going. What were you saying?
What can we say about the universal subconscious mind that absolutely refuses to lie? What is it? What is it about that is so incredible to me? Because it never changes. Doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
The universal subconscious does not want to lie or can't. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's a question I'm going to be tackling in my next book after when I finish the one I'm writing now. I'm going to write a book on the philosophy. I know, all my books.
A book a week, huh? Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm going to write a book on the philosophy of reverse speech where I'm going to tackle that very question, actually.
Very good.
Yeah, I believe my own personal belief system is that we were created to be honest. And our true nature is one of honesty and truth. And for whatever reasons, whether it be environmental or educational, that's just
well said.
Taught out of us as we grow up, you know. And
taught out of us, yeah, sure. Twisted out of us, tricked out of us, whatever. Crushed, suppressed out of us. They don't want a world full of honor and integrity. They want a world of liars and frauds, and boy, do they have it now. Oh.
They certainly do. All right, so now let's look at some of the motives, Meier. Okay, so the first 4 reversals I've played every single one of them has said this is a scam. Use the bullshit twice. The ship's a fake. He made good fakes. It's a con. Now we start to get to motive. Oops, more volume.
When do they know? They can do this in a very short time, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour.
I don't know what he's talking about. I'm the boss. They knew me. Yeah, he's a boss. He's in charge. He's a big man. You know, everyone knows who I am. You know.
Yeah, it's kind of like Jim Jones, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you got it. Then he says this. This is the next reversal straight after.
If you get a clear hearing, clear feeling, what you need in the meditation too, clear seeing and everything like this.
You shed the demon within your cult.
You shed the demon within your cult. You shed the demon within your cult.
I'm sure you'd agree that's a pretty clear reversal.
It's all there. Every syllable is correct. There's no misalignment anywhere. That's the amazing thing about reverse speech for you newcomers. It's stunning. Yes, every syllable is perfect.
And what you are hearing is Billy Meier's truth, who this man really is underneath the image he projects. Okay? He's a bullshit artist. He's a con man. He's selling crazy shit. He admits it's crazy shit. Okay, he's running a cult. You know, and then we've got this one here.
And this check card will be checked by a robot, by a machine.
I have the cash you give.
Yeah, the cash you give. Yeah, the cash you give. Yeah, the
Pretty clear, I'm sure you would agree. So,
It's funny.
I know.
I gotta laugh. I just do. Because people have fought over this thing for years and years and years. And frankly, I never got on board. I just couldn't. I tried. I was interested in it. And there's this mammoth book that was written. I think he supposedly wrote it or dictated it. It's all about life, the universe, and everything. It's big. And this is a part of the game. This is part of the shtick. And it's a very well put together. And I think it's been done well because of the few people who have been involved. They kept it smallish. Now there's a cult, there's a group, but I mean the decisions and the actual agenda were controlled by basically Billy Meier. He did it.
Yeah.
So I think that was part of the success.
Yeah, I'm the boss. As his reverse
That's exactly
said.
right. That's right.
I'm the boss. I'm selling my crazy shit. I have the cash. Okay. Then we have, I'm skipping a couple here because they don't make much sense. I'll play one of them. I don't know what this means, but I'll play
They have big cities, like here on Earth. They have big cities not on the same size.
Okay, look, this is a verse that doesn't really mean a great deal, but just so everyone knows I'm playing everything, here it is. This is a bit meaningless. Con cities keep her fair head.
Con cities keep her fair head. Con cities keep her fair head.
And once more.
Con cities keep her fair head.
Well, the con cities, yeah, I want to con the cities, but keep her fair head. I don't know what that means. I've no idea. Just not.
No. But it's there.
It's there. Yep. Then we've got this one.
The Gemüt. Das Gemüt. That's the spiritual part.
Pod, you make it.
Pod, you make it. Pod, you make it.
And again.
Pod, you make it.
The only thing I could think of was pod, a spaceship, flying ship. I don't know, that's all I could think of when I heard of pot, flying saucer. Did he make the flying saucers? And the other reversal said the fake was good. Okay, so whatever
I
pod
don't know
means.
about that one. I don't have much to offer, but I tell you, it's there. Yeah.
Then we've got this one.
If you say in this life you are a man now, and do you like to be a woman at the next lifetime, next reincarnation or next incarnation?
Talking about whether you come as a man or a woman next time you come back. And backwards it says, scam, rotten, share, fuck. In other words, it's just a really rotten scam, and he's sharing a whole bunch of BS. This is just all
I think,
rubbish.
you know what? I think I have something.
Okay.
Sham, rotten. Yes, you got those two. Sham, rotten.
Yeah, I actually got scam, rotten, but anyway. Yep.
Scab? What do you have? Scam?
Scam.
Okay.
SCAM.
Play it again, one more time.
Sure.
Because I think I got something else here. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yep.
Incarnation.
Okay, so scam, SCAM, rotten, share,
Yeah.
mark. That's what I'm hearing.
Okay. Scam, rotten, shame us.
Oh.
I hear an M in there.
Ooh. There's a... I can hear the shame, but I hear a hard K on the end where you're hearing S. It sort of throws out a little bit. But,
Well,
But,
that may be a moral statement that his subconscious is making. Shame us, shame on us, scam rotten, shame us.
Yep.
If that's what it is.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yep. Then we've got this one here. Yeah, this is a strange one too. I don't know what this one means either. Okay, so this is another bizarre one.
Sept, what I told you, between 60 and 80 billion years. Then are other levels.
The DNA kiss you, giving war devil.
The DNA kiss you, giving war devil.
The DNA kiss you, giving, or could be more devils. Hang on, I heard of more devils that time. The DNA kiss you, giving more devils.
The DNA kiss you, giving more devils.
Now, what on earth does that mean? DNA kiss you. I mean,
I don't know. That's a real interesting one. I'm not sure. So you've got it as the DNA. Yes?
Correct.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Can you go ahead? We're going to go through the break. Thanks, Todd.
Okay.
Would you play that again? I'm not clear on the DNA. I want to get that straight in my head. The DNA. I want to hear that.
Okay.
Thanks.
It's a long V. The DNA kiss you.
Gotcha. I got it that time.
You got it? Yeah.
I got
The
it.
DNA kiss you, giving more devil.
I think you have it correctly laid out.
Yeah.
All right, so he's being a little facetious. The DNA kiss you, that's how you create devils, by twisting the DNA. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I can see that. Yeah. So, I don't know what it's doing in his speech. It's right out of the middle of nowhere, that one.
Well, here's a man who's been immersed in according to reverse speech, a fraud for decades. 30 years? At least.
Yeah.
And
at least.
So I wouldn't be at all surprised what came out of his subconscious. But keep in mind that it's all exact. The syllables are there. The syntax is there. And it's credible. It's there.
Yeah.
It's not a maybe sounds like. It's there. This is quite remarkable.
Yeah, and these are very plain, obvious reversals. I mean,
Yeah.
I would have to say, I will say this. This is probably the biggest scam in ufology that I've uncovered yet. I would say it is. It's a scam here. Here's the next reversal. I just looked at the next reversal after I said scam. You listen to this one.
Makes himself anger. He makes himself law.
Force me, scam.
Force me him. Force me him. Force me him.
Force me, scam.
Force me, scam. Yeah.
I mean, they're not even weird metaphors, except for a couple of the ones. You know, if I see a weird metaphor on people a lot, I generally tend to think they're being delusional. Okay, they're not necessarily lying; they're just in a fantasy world. But I don't hear any of these on Billy Meier. There's just straightforward lies. The other thing I tend to find on UFO contactees is the spiritual reversals. Okay, I've pointed this out on your show many times.
Yeah.
Whether generally negative, of course, we have found a couple of positive. There's none of these type of reversals on him either. There's no sort of Satan, well, the demon in the cult, but that's okay. But there's now we do have a couple on Michael Horn when we come to him. So. But,
one thing about what you just said is interesting, and I agree completely. These sound like just a couple of very simple people talking. There's nothing exotic or profound about anything here, and they're just being given away. The subconscious is just having no part of the lies. It won't. It can't.
Totally right. Yeah. Here's a bit of an
Wow.
interesting reference. Let's
Reverse
listen to the
speech is amazing. He's gotten away with this for decades.
Yeah,
And
50
now,
years.
He,
Yep.
50, well, he may have a little
Nice.
problem now with reverse speech.
Yes, if you listen to this show, forward it on to people. People need to know this, okay?
Yeah.
All right, here we have an interesting reversal. Let's listen to the forwards on this. It may tell me what it means.
Of the Atlantis people. And Mu was, how I know, or I think, in the Chinese desert.
Okay, he's talking about the lost city of Mu being in the Chinese desert, okay? Right backwards
Mu?
he says that
No.
Mu is-
Mu is off the west coast of South America. Mu is short for Lemuria.
well, anyway, look, that's what he said, okay? I'm just quoting what he
Got
said.
it.
I'm not saying...
No, I know. I just want to make sure everybody is understanding when he says Mu, or talks about Mu, it's Lemuria, Lemuria, and that was supposedly off the west coast of South America.
Who knows? Anyway, the reversal says the Dead Sea.
Yeah, it's at the bottom of the Dead Sea. Not the Dead Sea Scrolls Dead Sea. It's at the bottom of the ocean. The Dead Sea.
Right. That would make total sense. Yep. Okay, all right. Then we've got this one here. He may have actually been tapping into collective unconscious knowledge then, if you know what I mean.
I do, and that's a very important dynamic to reverse speech that we might want to spend a minute or two on, because it's there.
Oh, yeah,
The Akashic record, whatever you want to call it. Go ahead.
Yeah, the theory, well, I'd say the theory, I think it's more than a theory, but anyway, the theory is that at the base level of consciousness, at the deepest depths of our being, there exists a storehouse of all knowledge. All of the collective history of mankind is deep down inside, all knowledge and all wisdom. And given the right circumstances, that knowledge or wisdom can be accessed with reverse speech. And I've got many instances of reversals, some I've played on your show over the years, that tap into what I believe is a deeper wisdom, a deeper unconscious wisdom. And when Billy Meier's talking about the location of Mu or Lemuria, and we hear the Dead Sea, and yeah, that could very well be tapping into unconscious knowledge and information. So
Right. Well, that'll be your next book.
Yes. I finished my second sci-fi book, by the way, second book
I've
in the
got
trilogy.
it. I have it.
Yeah.
I hope I have some time this weekend. I want to start on the first one. And then I've still got to get going on. I'll get it. I am looking forward to doing this very much, so I will.
I know. That's okay, Jeff. You're as busy as I am. All right, next one. Here we go. This uses a metaphor, but it's pretty simple to understand metaphor. Here's the forwards.
Speaking of colors, in our galaxy, are there a lot of other human life just like us?
Yes. There are some more than 42 million different human races.
And he just knows that off the top of his head, does he? I see. 40 million different
42 million different human races. That's what he was suggesting. Now, that said, just for fun, the latest projection is, I believe, doggone it, it's several billion Earths have already been projected to be in the galaxy. This one, in the Milky Way. Billions of Earths. Okay?
Yeah.
So, he says 42 million, it's an easy fit. No problem.
Easy. Anyway, reversal says Rome utter fraud. No, mutter. Sorry, Rome mutter fraud. I'll play it then and tell you what it means.
Rome mutter fraud. Rome mutter fraud. Rome mutter fraud.
Okay, Rome is his kingdom, his empire, his cult, the world that he has built. Rome in reverse speech typically refers to your own world, your own empire, your own kingdom. Okay, so like reverse speech is my Rome, your radio show is your Rome, Meier's Rome is his cult. Okay? So Rome, mutter, fraud. Well, speaks for itself. He's speaking a whole lot of rubbish, and he's fraudulently taking people's money. Okay? With his giant scam. To quote I'm just quoting his own reversals now. Okay? He's spouting bullshit and fraudulently taking money. So there you go.
We'll go back and maybe revisit those toward the end of the 2 hours. They're all there. It's just there. Yeah. I mean, his subconscious is ratting him out.
Yeah, I know.
He's a fraud.
Yeah. He is indeed. Yep. Then we got this one.
The second thing is learn to see, to hear, to feel, to speak on a very clear way.
Oh, he's giving spiritual wisdom. That's what he's doing. He's giving his spiritual wisdom. Mm-hmm. Backwards he says, prayer book, evil.
Prayer book, evil. Prayer book, evil. Prayer book, evil.
In other words, the book that he has created, full of all these wonderful spiritual knowledge and utterings, is a load of evil rubbish. Okay, he's saying, forget the book I've written, it's all evil. It's all a scam, it's all a con, I'm I'm committing fraud on you all. So, I mean, this is pretty blunt, this is pretty straightforward stuff, Jeff. These reversals don't take a reverse speech genius to interpret, if you know what I mean.
They're very interestingly. Maybe it's because he's Swiss, and I don't know, his native language would be German, perhaps, I don't know. But they are eminently accessible. They're right there.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're all very clear. They don't have any interpretation to put to it. Like this one here, straightforward.
Didn't Oates have contacts with anybody else while she was here?
No. The single contact Oates had all the time he was on Earth was with me only.
All right. Now, you told me a story about this woman who he saw. I want you to tell them all that story you told me on the phone, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay. I'm paraphrasing.
Hang on, let me play the rehearsal first. Rehearsal is, you all be the cult.
You all be the cult. You all be the cult. You all be the cult.
So it's the second reference to cult. Anyway, tell me your paraphrase story, Jeff.
Okay. Back in the day, I don't know when, 30 years ago, Billy Meier was asked about the contactees he was involved with. And he would mention that there were, I think, 2 primary beautiful women, ETs. And he said that he had video of at least one of them, if not both of them. Now, I'm remembering from way back, but I'm right. And he played the videos, which were actually recorded of a television screen with lots of snow and static on it. And there was a brunette woman on there. Yeah, young woman, early 20s, I don't know, pretty, whatever. And he said, that's somebody, I forget her name. He gave her an exotic name. Well, some very sharp-eyed viewer remembered where he had seen that same exact piece of footage before. Dean Martin used to have a television program, I think it was a weekly, called Dean Martin's Gold Diggers. And he had the Gold Digger Girls. And one of those Gold Digger Girls was the one that Billy Meier presented as being his contact. Same one.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about forwards. He is that girl, that woman. Yeah. And, okay, so here's talking about her again, because he comes up with the next reversal.
Who gets contact impulses from Pleiadian and Bavi people. Bavi is a race who is working.
Who's Terra? I see her.
Who Terra see her? Who Terra see her?
It's quite a scary reversal. So, I don't know. Is he seeing some disembodied spirit? I don't know. But it doesn't sound very enlightening or light-lifting. Who's terror?
No, that's a departure. That's interesting. I wouldn't know what to make of that offhand. I have to think about that. Interesting.
But I'm sure you'd agree, Jeff. All these verses are remarkably clear, aren't they? This is really good.
I'm quite surprised. No wonder Jeff Toss gave you an A+.
A+.
Yeah, they're very clear.
And I found most of these. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, no, you.
I was just going to simply say I found most of these by myself too, without the help of my mental students. So there you go. Anyway, you were saying
that's remarkable. The Billy Meier book that we talked about that he wrote allegedly.
Yep.
Yes. 277 pages. Pretty good size book. Yep. It's called the Talmud Emmanuel, and it's
the prayer book.
yeah. There it is. So, whatever. Jerusalem, 1963. A Greek Catholic priest, Isa Rashid, discovers a small cave in the slope of a nearby hill. His Swiss friend, Billy Edward Albert Meier, removes the rubble partially obscuring the entryway, crawls inside, and exhumes a set of ancient scrolls wrapped in animal skin and encased in a dry, crumbly resin. Upon their examination, faded yet fully legible pages of Aramaic text reveal a 2,000-year-old biographical narrative of a man named Emmanuel, who devoted his life to teaching about the true nature of the universe, the immortality of the human spirit through reincarnation, and a way of blah, blah, blah. It goes on from there. But that's the book that was allegedly written by Meier and found, as I explained. Now, it's been reprinted, and they're apparently out of stock right now, but it's clever stuff. What can you say? You've got to have clever stuff to build a cult. You've got to have clever stuff to build interest. And somebody wrote as a review, and who knows who wrote it. The best book about the truth of religions and sects on the planet Earth, and the truth about Jesus and his life being a truth prophet 2,000 years ago. So there you go. Whatever. Just wanted to clear that up.
Of which Billy Meier happens to be a reincarnation.
That makes perfect sense to me. What's the matter with you?
I know. I am sorry. I'm an unbeliever.
I mean, come on. This whole thing is. I don't know who thought it up. I guess Meier did. Maybe he had help. His ex-wife, I don't think has squealed on him. I don't think so. He was married, got divorced.
I heard she had. I heard that she came out and said the whole thing was a scam. That's what I heard.
She tried to, and then somebody fought back, or something. There was more to it than I remember. But yeah, tell me what you heard. That's interesting.
Oh, just that. Just rumors, really, that his wife came out and publicly and said the whole thing was a scam. That's
I vaguely do remember that, but there was a big ruckus about it too. So.
Well, I'm sure they would have tried to shut her up. So.
Yeah.
All right,
good on you, as they say in Ozland. This is quite remarkable, and the ease of understanding or comprehending or hearing the reversals is uniformly very interesting. Most of them are a little more difficult than this. It's just for our newcomers.
Yeah. No, these are an exceptionally good example of reversals. That's why I was so excited when I emailed you. I think, oh, Jeff, I got some good stuff for you. Okay, so here's the next one. Remember the other reversals about cash? You sell my crazy shit, and I have all the money you give, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the next one about money.
Any other earth human being, if man, if child, or if woman, there is just really nothing.
You con in it, cash you get.
Okay, for our listeners out there, David,
Yes.
it is there. I just want all you to know. I've been listening to David for 60 or 70 years now, and I know it is there. Everything David said is there. It's hard at first to understand it because of the little sing-songy, lilting nature of some of the syllables, but it's there. So play it again and tell them what it says again, if you would.
Okay. You con in it, so you con in it, cash you get. It's got that melodic sing-song tone to it.
Yeah.
See, you con in it, cash you get. Yes, you con in it, cash you get. You con in it, cash you get.
I think most all of you can hear that. It's clear. It's all there. Again, the critical part of this is the syllables. Do they fit?
Yeah.
Are they correct? Are they grammatically correct? Are they correct in syntax? You betcha.
Yep. All right, here we have another reversal that's a little bit cryptic.
Oh,
Well, let's play it.
I have contact with someone from the Pleiadians, from that planet or from that sun system, from the
Yeah, this is the one I don't really know what it means, but I'll play it. Stab my thoughts in alpha. The only thing I can think of is the alpha male. Okay, stab my thoughts in alpha. I'm the boss here. These are my thoughts that are mighty and strong, but stab them, get rid of them. They're dangerous. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I don't come up with anything either, unless there's some astrophysical alpha that he could be talking about. They always talk about the Pleiades over and over. You'd think somebody would come up with a different planet or star system or something to claim life came from there. The only other one I know about is Aldebaran, which is where the woman who allegedly was getting channeled during World War II in Germany from Aldebaran on how to build anti-gravitic craft. And that's Maria Orsic. If you want to look her up, she's fascinating. Maria, O-R-S-I-C, Orsic. It's a good story.
You know what I want to look at next? I want to look at someone actually channeling the Pleiades. I'm sure there's videos on YouTube I could find. If someone knows many good videos of some of these people actually channeling these beings, I'd like to.
That would be fascinating. Yeah, to get the channel. Because they can't lie. So if they're channeling and BSing, it'll be right there. That goes with any channel. So beware channels. Here, the bibliography of the book that Billy Meier wrote, that's 277-page book called The Talmud Emmanuel. It's interesting. Title, The Talmud Emmanuel. Authors, Billy Edward Albert Meier and Judas Iscariot.
Judas Iscariot?
Those are the two authors. Editor. I thought you'd like that. Billy Edward Albert Meier. Contributors. Sit down for this one. Edward Meier and Judas Iscariot. Those are the contributors.
Oh, that's funny. Prayer Book Evil. Yeah, I'm going to play that reversal again. Prayer Book Evil. He's talking about his book.
The second thing is learn to see, to hear, to feel, to speak on a very clear way.
He's giving his spiritual lessons. Prayer Book Evil.
Prayer Book Evil.
That's funny.
Oh my.
That's funny. Yeah. Okay, all right. What's the next one?
This is quite a train wreck so far for Billy.
Yes, he's not doing very well at all, in the least. I mean, it's not just one reversal, it's every reversal. I mean, like this one here. Oh, this is classic, this one.
There is around the world not any one person more without me.
He's basically saying, there's no one in the world better than me. You know, I'm the only one designated to talk to Palladians. I'm the only one who's been given all this spiritual knowledge. Okay, so really narcissistic statement, you know. So
it is. You know who he sounds like a little bit, David?
Oh yeah,
just a little bit. That creepy, vile, despicable Pope.
Oh yeah, he does, doesn't he? Indeed. Oh yeah. Yeah, okay. I got to tell you something funny. I had someone the other day say, when they looked at my reversals on the Catholics, she said, oh, well, you didn't reverse any of the good Catholics. And I thought, what? The Pope isn't a good Catholic? Anyway,
good answer.
Funny.
Yeah.
All right, so this reversal says, now we make cons, world admire us. Except there's just something wrong with the word us on the end of admire. You can only really hear the S at the slow speeds. So we make cons, world admire us.
Now we make cons.
Oh, now we make cons, world admire us. Sorry, I'll do it again.
Now we make cons, world admire us. Now we make cons, world admire us. Now we make cons, world admire us.
Yeah.
Now we make con, comma, world admire us.
That's right. That's what it says. Yes, indeed. Yeah. He loves this attention. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm making a pretty good con here. My fakes were good. Spitting a load of bullshit. Written this great spiritual book that's all evil. It's
incredible.
This is classic reverse speech. This show should go down to the archives as classic reverse speech.
Yeah. Well, it's authors are Billy Meier and Judas Iscariot. So there you go.
That's funny. Here we have reversal where he might actually be espousing the word of wisdom. Actually, this is probably the nicest reversal in all of them.
Or in other room space, other planets. And they call them by the same names.
Men miss the garden, they walk dead.
Men miss the garden, they walk dead. Men miss the garden, they walk dead.
Gee, all there.
So there, yeah, I guess we do miss the garden, don't we, as a race? We're walking around dead, and so there we go. He might have actually given us the word of wisdom, hey? So,
it's true. You know, it's something leaked through there of common sense and morality, and there it was. Interesting.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, and then we've got this one.
To make some of this model flying by a stick and a string, and this was all filmed by this
and live for cult.
And live for cult. And live for cult.
Sure he does.
Yeah, of course he does. That's his whole life. Yeah, that's the third time now he said the word cult. Okay, this is 3 times. If you've got any doubt that he's running a cult, I'm sure that doubt has all faded. He's running a cult that is based on lies and scams and fake UFOs. It's all a sham, folks. There's nothing legit about it. It's a deliberate con. I don't think it's delusional. I think he deliberately sat down and mapped this whole thing out, even from making the first UFOs that he took photos of. And,
I have a thought on that, David, real quick.
Yeah.
I think he might have had a sighting or two in the beginning, and got so much attention that he wasn't about to let that ticket go, and he kept doing it, kept making it up after that. That would be my guess.
That could be very, very true. That could be very true. However it started out, it's not ending well. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. How are we going for time? We got
to take a break here, and then we'll come back at another hour to go. How are you doing?
Oh yeah, well, I'm almost through all the Billy Meier reversals, but we'll repeat some of them. And now I've got Michael Horn to move on to.
All right, very good. Okay, David and I will be right back in just a few minutes as we continue on the unmasking with reverse speech of the Billy Meier scam. Coming up next. David Oates and yours truly, and we're taking a look at the legend and accomplishments of Billy Meier, the Swiss UFO interactee, contactee. Maybe he was an abductee. I'm not really sure about that. But so far, for all of you Billy Meier cult fans or cultists or friends, don't despair. You're allowed to make up your own mind. This is just what we're hearing through the magic of reverse speech. So don't get angry. Don't get even. Just let it go. How's that?
That sounds good. And if you don't think reverse speech is real, then you've got nothing to get upset about, do you?
There you go. Perfect. Yeah.
All right. Someone asked me when I was doing the Meier reversals whether Billy Meier was controlled by the Illuminati or something. And I said to them, well, I don't have any reversals that indicate that. But then right after he asked me that question, I found a reversal that indicated that. So let's play it. Well, I don't know whether it indicates it or not, but we'll play it.
A hard work, and they have to learn by themselves. They have to study themselves. They have to meditate, to make initiation and everything.
See, I don't know what this means. Bloody bosses, they have blood.
Bloody bosses, they have blood. Bloody bosses, they have blood. Bloody bosses, they have blood.
So who knows? Is someone controlling it?
I don't know. You got me. I don't know that necessarily means the global elite are running Billy Meier as a little hobby on the side. I don't think so. I don't know. But this whole thing about the Talmud Emmanuel is pretty. Well, enough. This is a demolition of the whole Meier mystique, and it's way overdue. It's way overdue. No one should be outside of being investigated and examined by whatever tools are on the table. And reverse speech is a damn big tool. So
it certainly is. Yeah, it is indeed. All right, here's a fairly long one that's all there. You don't get long reversals very often. Here's the forwards.
And the vibrations themselves, they are something like magnetic electricity.
David, turn it up a little bit. Can you give me more volume, please?
I'm sorry, I actually turned it down because I thought it was too loud. Okay.
No, it faded right away.
Like magnetic electrical waves.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, walk, comma, guilt you let, keep them pumped. So walk, comma, guilt you let, comma, keep them pumped.
Walk, guilt you let, keep them pumped. Walk, guilt you let, keep them pumped. Walk, guilt you let, keep them pumped.
Now,
What's
so
it?
keep on.
Say it again one more time, please.
Walk, W-A-L-K, walk, comma, guilt you let, comma, keep them pumped, as in pumped up, you got to keep the crowd.
Sure. Of course.
Yeah.
Showbiz.
Okay. Yeah. So here it is again.
Walk, guilt you let, keep them pumped. Walk, guilt you let, keep them pumped. Walk, guilt you let, keep them pumped.
So the way I interpret that.
May I offer something?
Yeah, sure.
Troublemaker that I am. Play it again and then let me say what I hear over here.
Okay. Sure. Okay, here we go.
Walk, guilt you let, keep them pumped. Walk, guilt you let, keep them pumped.
Now it's clear. All right, now I can hear it. Guilt, yes. Guilt in this, right? That's the middle.
Oh, okay. Guilt in this, walk, guilt in this, keep them pumped.
Walk, guilt you let, keep them
Oh, yeah, I hear that.
So, see what he's saying, his subconscious is admitting that there's some guilt here, there's fraud going on.
That's right.
Well, guilt in this, but keep them pumped. That's the M.O. That's how he does it. Keeps people pumped up.
Right.
But I hear guilt in this. I think that's an admission by the subconscious that this is a fraud.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Yes, it is. But he's got to keep on walking forwards. That's the walk. Keep them pumped up. He's got to keep his cult going. He's the boss, or whatever all the reversal was. He's got all the money in. And this is what he thinks of the interviewers who's interviewing him. I had to Google this word to find out what it meant. So here's the forwards.
Got another one in here now.
Yeah, one in between. I had to go back a little bit, there down, and from there I took the picture. That's the tree, there down, what you can see.
And here it says, what a stupid put.
That's what a stupid put. That's what a stupid put. That's what a stupid put.
So I said, what does put mean? So I Googled it, and it's a female vagina. So it's a slang word for female genitalia. So he's basically saying, you know what he's saying. Yeah.
Well, it has to do with kitty cats, too. You look at it that way.
That's right. Yeah, exactly right.
But it's as short as P-U-T. Okay. Now, to the one prior, you did hear guilt, yes?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yes, definitely. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, guilt was on my original interpretation, too.
I see.
So that's all the reversals going to Billy Meier. We may revisit some of them when we've done Michael Horn, but fairly straightforward, really. Most of them are just straightforward conscious reversals. There was a couple that were a bit cryptic, but most of them were just really very straightforward, straight out, no interpretation needed, straight out con for money and fame. That's it. And he likes his little cult, loves his cult, gives him all the energy he needs. So, unfortunately, folks, that's the story. So, now, on to Michael Horn. Now, Michael Horn is Billy Meier's spokesman in the United States. A very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Aggressive.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. An aggressive spokesperson, I would have to say. Yeah, so, okay, so let's look at some reversals on Michael Horn. This is when he was interviewed on your show in 2003. Okay? So here's the first reversal.
I want to kind of just take my hat off to you for, number one, posting the articles that you have that I've submitted to you, and number two, especially, for having me on to, try to make the case for Meier's material. So it's not a small thing, and
he's thanking you for posting Meier's material. Backwards, funny reversal. Worst waste of film.
Worst waste of film.
Oh, that's not very clear, is it? I thought it was clearer than that. Hang on. Worst waste of film.
I think what he's saying is, I think, David, excuse me, go ahead, finish.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was just saying that this was not very clear. Sorry about that. I thought it was clear.
No, well, the first word is a little ambiguous. And but I think the rest of I think the following three words are, where's the film?
It's certainly not what I heard. Let's do it again. It is Will. Yeah, look, just throw that one out. That should have never
worse. No, it's worse, comma, where's the film?
Yeah.
So maybe he's looking for proof. I don't know.
Yeah, I can buy that. Anyway, okay, let's hope the next one's a little bit clearer. Okay.
Do we call the prophecies, the writings? What do you call the Billy Meier material?
Yeah, well, it's called very often the contact notes. Well, let's put it this way. The contact notes.
Satan, my whole way.
Satan, my whole way.
Oh, that's clear.
Satan, my whole way. Satan, my whole way.
Okay, now that one's clear. Okay, that's a lot clearer. Okay, so we don't hear Satan on Billy Meier, but we do hear Satan on Michael Horn. We have another one of Satan on Michael Horn, which tells that he's following a very negative spiritual path. He's aggressive in his interview with you. He's pushy, almost pushy. I found myself becoming irritated listening to him talk. And that's that Satan metaphor running. Okay, that's that aggressive edge.
You know, it's fascinating. Sure it does. That was 19 years ago. Call it 20 years ago. And I remember that. I was not I thought he was blowing it because he was too pushy. Had he calmed down a little bit, he would have got his message across, I think, less scathed than it was. It was just, I backed away because it was too much.
Yeah.
I remember that now.
Yeah, that's that Satan metaphor running. That's that aggressive, almost irritable nature. Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
No, I found myself getting quite angry at him as I was doing the reverse. Going, gee, back off, Michael. Gee whiz, you don't have to be so in your face. Anyway, so here's the next one.
I was in a little place, I think it was called something like the Sunflower Cafe, with my daughter, another friend, and the only other person in the place was sitting in the far back, a guy.
It says, so we are fake.
So we are fake.
Yeah, that one's clear. Yep, no doubt over that one. Speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yep. And then we've got this one.
So we got this with the fellow in the back, and he and I, he came over to the table wherever we sat and we talked, and UFOs came up, and ultimately, of course, the Meier case. And he said, well, have you ever read the contact notes? And I said,
philosophy, he films it.
Philosophy, films it.
Two different thoughts there. He's talking about the contact papers, I think, philosophy, and then he's talking about, he films it. In other words, talking about filming the UFOs.
That's
those paper items and whatever they were made of, I don't know. There's no, for those of you who are Meier fans, there's no malice here. This is just an effort to find out what the hell's really going on, which is what David's been doing for 4 decades now. What is really going on here? And in this case, we're finding out. It's simple. If you don't believe in reverse speech, fine. Go ahead. Go on down the road.
Yep.
No problem.
Yep. And look. I found genuine ones. I found frauds. I found delusions. I honestly have no motive when I'm starting the version of these people. I'm looking for what I find.
You'd be surprised, friends, how often David will call me and tell me, he says, you won't believe what I'm finding on such and such and such and such. And there's never been one time when he is trying to set somebody up in any way, shape, or form. He is often as shocked as I am, and some of you are, to hear some of these things. It's a remarkable ethic that David has and has always had.
Yeah, oh, thank you. I try to remain as objective as I can. I mean, we're only human, of course, you know.
Right.
Anyway, here's the next one. This uses a word I've only heard one other time on a public speaker, and I'll tell you who it was once I play the reversal.
Randy was at that time representing officially or otherwise the material in America. He had the contact notes. He held little meetings.
Oh, that's right. He's talking about, Great Randy, I think. Yeah, I think he's talking about the Great Randy, trying to look at his findings.
Contact notes. He held little meetings.
Hang on, let's see if it says Randy.
Material in America. He had the contact.
No, go back further.
Randy was at that time.
Randy, I think he's talking about.
Randy was at that time representing officially or otherwise the material in America. He had the contact notes. He held little meetings.
No, he's talking about another guy, not the Great Randy. They masturbate your crime in it. In other words, they're really getting off on all this material, okay? And your crime, it's a con, it's a fake, that's why it's a crime, but they are totally getting off on it. The only one other person I used that word was Richard Hogan, where he says backwards, "I'm a boring masturbator." I played that reversal on your show. So
that was a very memorable little reversal. That one I do remember. He might have been talking about James Randi, he's a paranormal debunker, is what he is.
Right.
That may be it.
Yeah. I know he was looking for some recognition from him at some stage. All right, here we have Satan again in Michael's reversals.
The public aspect of this has been going on for close to 30 years, and Meier claims since he was 5 years old, which makes it 61 years. So,
was it our Satan? So, is it our aggressive nature? Is it our con? Is it our scam? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Then he says this. Now, bear in mind, this is a man who fervently believes in Billy Meier. So why do we have this reversal I'm about to play you?
If it's a hoax, he's got to have some wacky agenda for going through the difficulties that it's brought him. And to say nothing of, we'd love to know how he did it.
If it's a hoax, he must have some wacky agenda. But backwards, he says, then they hoaxed.
And then they hoaxed.
No, he's saying it's a hoax. He's saying backwards it's a hoax. So does he know on some level that this is just a big scam and he's cashing in on it? I don't know. Or is he tapping into collective unconscious knowledge? It's hard to tell. To me, the way I interpret it, I think he knows on some level. Okay? Then we've got this one.
And I would take something like, the A-bomb thing, even though I'd seen that for the first time in 1988.
And I surf for the family.
And I surf for the family.
And I serve for the family, right?
Yes. And I serve or surf. Hang on, I'll play it again.
And I surf for the family.
Could be surf or serve, means the same thing for the family.
And I surf for the family.
I think it's a quick V, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I serve for the family.
Yeah, the family being the cult is how I interpret.
Yeah, I agree.
Then we have Satan again. This is the third time. Okay, so we've had Billy Meier use cult 3 times. Now we've got Michael Horn on his third Satan.
The classic disinformation thing, 20% is truth wrapped in 80% of a lie. And indeed, with any of these things, you have to see how much is so and how much is not so, and that's, of course, a matter of
he says he's a Satan.
He's a Satan.
Well,
that's pretty clear, isn't it?
Yeah. So what do we make of that? Does that suggest that we're hypothesizing here? That would suggest that. Go ahead.
Oh, he's calling Billy Meier Satan is what I would suggest.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what does that make Michael Horan, hypothetically?
The whore of Babylon. I don't know. It makes him a very evil man.
Well, he's certainly quite duplicitous about life and living. If we heard that right, and I think we did. I don't know. I honestly, I do know he's still at it. I saw something the other day written by him. He's still very much aggressive in his manners, not rude, but just very pushing. If this is all a paid op, and I don't know that it isn't. I don't know how much somebody like that would get. He's given Meier 25 years at least of service, trying to build this cult, build this whole thing up, the mystique. It's a long time. And now he calls him Satan. Huh.
And the last reversal of the day, before the break, is this one here, from Michael Horn.
Now let's also just flash back and say this is 1975. It's pre-internet. You're dealing with what is known. This is a one-armed man raising a family of 3 children.
Now we assume your leader.
Yeah. That's assume.
Yeah, sorry, that's my accent. Yes, assume. My accent, sorry about that. Yes, so he's just assuming the role, assuming, or however you pronounce it.
Yeah. Now remember, and also, for those of you out there who, excuse me for the David and I always have about a 3-second delay, but understand that these are very much public figures, dipping into the public coffers, so to speak, and anybody who wants to buy or get involved or donate in this. So they are certainly not above examination by reverse speech or any other method. And there have been people in the past who have tried to debunk the UFOs themselves and show how they could have been made. And there were models of UFOs, as I recall, found at the Meier home. And he said he was just making models. Well, maybe, but maybe he was making the precursor to what he photographed. I don't know. But there's been a lot of effort and a lot of time spent by a lot of people, as you know, David, over the decades to try to debunk this.
Yep. Well, I went in with an open mind, as I always do. Oh no, well, that's not totally true. When I saw the post about he was the reincarnation of Jesus Christ, I had a bit of a negative viewpoint of it. But I've gone into videos before not believing them and found out they'd be quite true, you know. So
right.
So
well, you did it right. And reverse speech does what it always does. It presents syllabically, grammatically, syntax. It's all there. It's all clear. Yeah. And I'm quite amazed at what I've heard.
Yeah.
It's very clear. Very clear. Nothing muddy about it. Straightforward. Black and white. It's right there.
You didn't disagree with hardly any of the reversals, which I thought was good.
No, don't look at it as disagree. Just trying to amplify and fine-tune.
Thank you. Yes, you're quite right. So I don't know. We'll repeat some of the highlights after the break. But
very good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is a big program. This program will be heard by a lot of people who have been invested in the UFO field for a long time, and we hope that it is of some help and benefit. And I think I can speak for David and say that we certainly wish Michael and Billy a healthy physical life and some happiness. Doesn't bother us.
Yep.
Fair.
Absolutely.
Fair enough? Fair enough. Okay, we shall continue, ladies and gentlemen, right after this. And welcome back. David Oates and yours truly. We are kind of looking over the wreckage of the Billy Meier mystique, which has been pretty well shredded by reverse speech and David's work. And it is, what did you think about that, Jeff, up there in No Man's Land? I hope you enjoyed it. That was good. Good work. So, yeah,
Jeff,
what?
Jeff Toth. Jeff, Jeff. Yeah, he's listening to all of this. I don't know, I haven't spoken to him on Skype. I know he's listening. Hey, Jeff, how are you? Jeff, for those who don't know, Jeff is my right-hand man. He's been with me, 25 years now, through America and Australia. When I moved back home, he came back and lived in Australia for 5 years before the Australian government kicked him out. So, immigration. We've got some crazy requirements. Hey, listen, let me just, I mentioned briefly first hour, for those of you who are following all my books, I have released my second book in my science fiction trilogy for the Angelian Saga. So that is 2 books, book 1 and book 2 that are now out. I am 2/3 of the way through book 3 right now.
Jeez.
So that should
be. Are you getting comments? Are you getting reviews? Are you getting people reacting?
Oh, not as many as I would like. A lot of my close friends are loving it, of course, give me fantastic reports, but they're friends. I want to hear some cold people, if you know what I mean. So no, I haven't really got any independent reviews, so if anyone could have read my sci-fi novel, I'd love to hear your feedback.
Got it. Yeah. Well, they will. Yeah.
I'm sure they will.
It's
anyway, you can download all my books free. All my books are free. Download on Jeff Rense's site or my site, reversespeech.com.
Yeah, just look for David Oates on the banner on the homepage, and it says free books. Click on there. Very good.
Yeah, best decision I ever made to make not best decision, but a good decision to make my books available for free.
I think it's great. Oh, yeah. Super. Shows the kind of man you are.
Let's review some of the highlights of Billy Meier. So,
right.
This is a reversal I've had in my computer for many years. I had two reversals on Billy Meier for many years. This one here.
Where do they come from, Mr. Meier?
They shall be coming from the star picture of the Pleiades.
And I help the bullshit prosper. So that was the first one I had, and the other one I had was this one here. These are the two reversals I had on him for, I don't know, 10 years.
That's here in Switzerland. That's near Beresfield, between here and Wetzikon.
And you sell my crazy shit?
Well, he does have kind of an oblique sense of humor, doesn't he?
He does, rather. Yeah. Although I tend to think he's probably believing his own BS after all these years. I mean, I don't know. See, I haven't got anything latest on him. The only thing I could find was this 20-year-old interview. There was nothing, no current audio on him that I could find on YouTube. I don't know what he's doing. Does he do lectures? And I don't suppose he does he?
My understanding, the last I even connected with the whole thing, was that he was very reclusive, didn't like to make public appearances. Now, I may be wrong, but that's my recollection of it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right, so there's, you saw my, look, here's a reversal I didn't play. I'll play you this one. Didn't play this one. Don't know what it means. This is another cryptic reversal.
Okay.
Illness. They have an overturned mind. They are sick.
God to war the heaven.
Well,
could be got to. I actually heard got to then. Got to war the heaven. I can't tell.
I honestly can't make that one out, David. I can't.
No, that's probably why I didn't play it.
I'm not just saying it's unworthy, but I just can't plug in on that one yet.
That's okay. That's probably why I didn't play it, because I wasn't happy with it. All right. So we're talking about selling crazy shit. Here is another reversal about money.
His check card will be checked by a robot, by a machine.
I have the cash you give.
The cash you give.
The cash you give.
I know, I guess he must make a bit of money out of it. I don't know, what sort of... no idea.
I haven't seen too many cults filing for bankruptcy lately, so maybe business is good.
Yeah, so this one is of a similar nature.
Any other earth human being, if man, if child, or if woman, there is just really nothing.
You con in it, cash you get.
Until cash yet.
Yeah, so I mean, no doubt about money. Was there another verse about money? No, they were the sell, you sell my crazy shit, have the cash you give, and you con in it, yes, the cash you get. Then we've got 3 reversals about a cult. This one here.
If you get a clear hearing, clear feeling, what you need in the meditation too, clear seeing and everything like this.
You shared the demon within your cult.
You shared the demon within your cult.
Yeah, there it is. You know, even if he was in contact with the Pleiades and had got all this spiritual information, the information he's sharing is not positive at all. It's negative information. The demon within your cult, there's nothing spiritually uplifting about that at all.
No.
Whatever information he is teaching, I mean, I think it's all a scam, but let's supposing it was genuine, it's not doing anyone any good at all. There we have this reversal about a cult.
Did Semyosi have contacts with anybody else while she was here?
No. The single contact Semyosi had all the time she was on Earth was with me only.
You all be the cult?
You want me to help.
Yeah, those who are filming him, taking all his words in, you know. And, of course, then the third one about a cult.
To make some of these models flying by a stick and a string. And this was all filmed by this...
and live for the cult?
And live for...
and live for cult. Cult. Yeah. So the fact that he uses it 3 times tells me there's no doubt that he is aware he's running a cult. I believe he's probably deliberately set it up, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's deliberately conning, he's deliberately scamming. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. It's just, here's another one I didn't play first time round too. I don't know why I didn't play this one.
And the other buildings, the other houses they are outside of cities.
You lead the Lord?
You lead the Lord.
Oh, forget it. That's why I didn't play it. It's a horrible reversal. All right, forget it. That's not there either. Yeah, I don't know. There you go. What else can I play?
I don't know what you're gonna. I'll send you the file as soon as I get it from Todd.
Sure.
But this needs to go up, and it's a very valuable piece for the whole field of ufology. And just keep in mind that there are a lot of people out there who make up a lot of stories, It's not hard to do.
This needs to go around. It does. Look, just so people know my whole stand on the UFO phenomena. I mean, I personally think the whole thing's real. There is definitely something going on out there. There's absolutely no. I personally, I don't know how you can look at all the evidence, the genuine evidence out there, and deny it. Someone suggested to me the other day I was going on a rampage against the UFO community. And I go, what?
Oh, no.
Not on a rampage with the UFO community. No. I'm trying to find out the truth is what I'm trying to find out. And,
well, this is a big step in that direction. This is very good. We need more of this. My goodness, there's so many real sightings out there, real encounters, real cattle mutilations, real abductions.
There are.
You're going to find grifters involved with anything that's popular and has media attention, and this is one of them.
You know who I should look at? Betty and Barney Hill. They should be some good ones to look at. They had...
please do. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They have been the subject of very close scrutiny for a long time by people and have come through 100%.
Yeah, they have. Yeah. I don't know much about this story. I know it's been verified. But, I'll look at them too. And who else is on the radar currently? Who's some of the big... gee whiz. See, I'm not in the UFO field. I don't really know who the big names are.
You are now.
Huh?
You are now.
Yeah, I guess I am. Yeah. So, Betty and Barney Hill, I'll do them. I'd like to know if someone could send me some emails of current people channeling aliens. I'd like to get...
That's a tough one. I can check around. I don't know, and I've never taken much to channelers. It's too easy to create. It's not hard. Yeah. It's just not hard at all. I'm not saying it's not true, but what are they tapping into? The collective unconscious, their carefully constructed fictional agenda that they're going to throw out and see if anybody salutes. I don't know, but there's something going on with some of them. I don't know how to tell you which ones. But look up Maria Orsic for fun, if you haven't. O-R-S-I-C, Orsic, Maria Orsic. If you want to understand more about the German UFO disc program, that's the place to start. That was a big one.
Yeah, all right. I'll tell you one thing I'm going to do for next week's show is Biden's Nazi speech this week. I've got one of my analysts.
Have you started on that? Have you started on that?
I've got one of my analysts doing it, but I'm going to do it myself as well. No, I haven't started on it yet, but I will start on it this week and get it ready for next week's show. And,
that didn't just happen. You have to understand, all of you, that was scripted, and the emotion and the rage or whatever it was I think genuine. I think the guy is really messed up, but the script, that'll be fascinating.
I'll do that for next week's show. And he backtracked on it the day after. Did you see that?
He tried to. Yeah, I know.
I never said that. Yeah, I don't think so.
See, that's politics now, though. You say the outrageous, and then you say, I didn't mean that. It's called walking it back. They got cute little cliches for everything now.
Yeah, I know. So one of my next books, I'm going to write a book on politics, the last 30 years of American politics in reverse. That'll be a fascinating book. I'll go right back to...
Are you creating your own library, David?
Slowly but sure. I got 15 books out now, Jeff. Do you realize that? 15 books.
That's amazing.
And I've got 4 books in the planning right now. So...
Well, you've got a yen to write, and you've got the time, and that's great. Yeah, I only hope that people take advantage of your generosity and download your books. Tell them how it works. Tell them how it works.
Yes. If you go to my website, reversespeech.com, and click on to the product section of the site, that will take you to the main products page. Just scroll down a little bit and you'll see all 15 books there. There's 12 books on reverse speech. There's 2 science fiction novels, and there's also a book which some people don't like at all. It's called The Gospel According to Bruce. It was the first book I ever wrote, and it's the Bible, New Testament, gospel stories, written as though Jesus had come to Australia in modern times. And he lists his bikies as disciples and runs around the state causing all sorts of trouble. It's got Aussie slang and jargon, and it's quite a humorous little story. So I wrote that back in '84. If you want to know about Australian life in the 1980s, go and download The Gospel According to Bruce and have yourself a little laugh. As Jesus came to Australia in the 80s. So I wrote that book when I was running the halfway house for street kids, where I started reverse speech. I was this was 84. I was living in a little town called Berry, Australia, and me and my good mate Greg Albrecht were running a halfway house for street kids. And I wanted to communicate the gospel to them in a way they could understand. So I wrote this book, Gospel According to Bruce. Did really well. We got some spots on the local TV station. We read some chapters out on the air. Of course, my mate Greg, he actually got us banned from the station because when we read the part about Jesus turning the water into beer, Jeff picked up a bottle of Foster's and toasted everyone on the camera, and the local churches all protested, and we were taken off the air. So there you go. So I was getting into trouble even back in 1984.
Wow. Well, look where you are now. Look where you are now.
Indeed.
Come on.
Yes,
gee. Things work out. Things work out.
Oh yeah. Oh, things work out. Absolutely. Oh, I'm very pleased with my life. I'm very happy with where I am now. I love doing reverse speech. It's my passion. I only wish more people could find their passion in life and absolutely love enjoying it. I can't ever see myself stopping. I don't want to.
Why should you? As long as you love it, do not stop. Don't even talk about it. What I want to know is, in all of the people you've taught, seriously now, think about this. Have you found one person who had even half of your dedication and enthusiasm for reverse speech last? Continued. As in, carried on. Yeah. They get excited about it, they take the class, and then they let it slide.
Unfortunately, 95% of all the students do that. I got a couple I'm training right now who I don't think will do that. They're really taking it. Well, look, I don't want to mention any names because it means I'm...
don't.
I'm not going to mention any names.
No.
I've got some students now who are going to continue on with it. I think the cumulative effects of all my 40 years of work. I mean, when I first went public, I've been doing it for 5 years. I had Neil Armstrong and a few other little things, But now, 40 years later, I've got a library that's massive of... Look, well, just in my media reversals alone, I've got 69,000 reversals already dumped and prepared, just in media reversals alone.
Wow.
And when you look at client work, it'd be in the millions. I mean, because 90% of my work is all client work. And those reversals I never share. They just sit in my computer. I really feel uncomfortable talking about client session work. I don't know why I do. I shouldn't. I should talk about it a lot more because it's the most powerful part of reverse speech. God, I see lives changed and transformed doing session work, and it's the most rewarding part of my work. And I don't know where I got onto that. Oh yeah, so I'd have over 1 million reversals just with clients alone, and I've just been in it for so long. I've just got so much evidence. It cannot be denied anymore. You cannot deny that this phenomenon is real.
No. And, way beyond that.
Yeah, and the implications for society are mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. I mean, you just think of the reversals I played. Actually, you know what? We got a bit of time. I'm going to play these again. These are reversals that have actually made an impact. I'm getting some feedback on these ones, and I'm glad. and I'm going to play them again. Oh, hang on, no, they're in my Trump file. Hang on, which file do I have them in? Trump file. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to play these two. These two alone should be enough to throw society out in an uproar. This is Christopher Wray, head of the FBI, talking about the raid on Mar-a-Lago. Now, why isn't that file opening? Huh. Why isn't that opening?
Are they messing with your computer again?
I don't know. Well, that's strange. Huh. Try the second one. Well, I don't know.
What is your computer doing?
Oh, well, it's opening. It's opening the player, but it's not playing.
Well,
it's
Well, Harris accused of faking yet another.
There we go.
No, that was something else.
Oh.
Well, it's weird. What on earth is it doing?
Jump into your street evangelism thing.
Yeah.
Give me a Jimmy Swaggart.
A Jimmy Swaggart, okay. Oh, you know what? I'm actually doing a few radio shows on the gospel stuff. This is one I. Hang on, my computer's doing really weird stuff.
It's all right. We're out of time.
We're out of time. Hey, thanks for the show, Jeff. Send me those links, okay? I want to get them up.
Oh, they're on the way. They'll be there shortly. And, yes, okay. Thank you. Marvelous. Really, simple. It's right there. I don't know how anybody could listen and not get it. It's what it is. The truth is the truth. All right. Yep. Talk soon, David. Thank you. You take care.
See ya.
Okay.
Bye.
The amazing David Oates and the even more amazing world of reverse speech. Always fascinating, just remarkable. Okay, we will be back with you tomorrow night. I believe it's Wednesday already. Take care, and goodness knows it's going to get to be a tough winter, so start making plans now. Talk tomorrow.